we are live.
Wow.
Welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents Cyberpunk 2020 in 2024. Firestorm, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, it's a real company now. I actually got it trademarked, like for real.
Wait,
yeah.
Congratulations, welcome to company ownership.
Yeah, it's a company now. It's for real. So when I say it's brought to you by Schmuckies, I fucking actually mean it now.
Hell yes. Now you gotta like.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a logo and all
something
that
with
stuff.
that.
Well, a better
Yeah.
logo than the one I made it. But
I was like, we have a logo.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, it's
How do you
it's a
spell
good
it?
logo. Well, it's SCHMU Uckies. Schmuckies. It don't have anything else for it at the moment. I just paid a lot of money, and that's about it.
Oh, it doesn't
so
look like it's
very-
in yet. I'm searching.
it's
I'm
not
searching
in
the
yet.
.gov and I didn't find it.
It's
I
a
mean, I did submit it on the
old
weekend,
weekend, so it might even take a couple
Oh,
months.
fuck,
to be honest.
dinosaurs.gov.
Yeah, I almost did. I thought about it. I also might make that a website, but we'll see. Anyway, all that aside, we're playing
Good luck with getting the
Cyberpunk.
.gov.
Yeah. I didn't.
Best of luck.
Maybe you can find a .edu.
How hard can it be? We're playing Cyberpunk 2020. We're continuing our Firestorm campaign. With that, we'll go around really quick and introduce ourselves, and then we'll just get right into it. Throw it over to Maria.
Oh my gosh, it's me. Hello, I'm Maria. I have a new username these days. It's Maria Bruista. I do the same things I have always done, which is stream a lot and go to conventions and get sick sometimes.
Yay.
Yay. I guess, James, you're here.
Ta-da, I'm James. You can find me on the internet if you try hard enough, but I'm not going to help. What else are we introducing? Our characters?
No, you should tell Goblin Society Games is where you can find stuff James has touched.
Is it a .gov website?
Yeah, GoblinSocietyGames.gov.
.gov.
Jason,
Hello.
save me.
I am Jason. I am remembering how to do any of this. And I am in a new space because I have a child on the way.
Yeah.
Being delivered in 12 to 7 business months.
Yeah.
Yes.
That stork can show up at any minute. When he does, you better be ready. Get the big gun.
And
Ty.
I'm Ty. You can really just kind of find me here.
Yeah.
Not anywhere
Yeah.
else. So
It's funny because I made that whole thing about having a business and then I don't have any way to find it. Don't have a website, don't have a Twitter, don't have an Instagram. It'll
Just
get there
like
when
all
it does.
websites start.
I
Yeah.
don't think
With
you want
that.
Twitter anyways.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, jeez. Yeah. With that, we shall begin. The last we left off, it's been a long 2 weeks since the last time the Mad Kells incident. Casper came by, said that there was kind of going to be a final push made by OTEC to go against CINO, and you're all in an underwater base planning for this attack. If you would like more refreshers on how the attack would go down, or would like to plan for the attack, there is a war room where you can meet up with Johnny Neptune and all of them and kind of go over the logistics and stuff. Otherwise, the last time we left off, you were in a bar with Casper. I want to say you're now departing from the bar because you probably drank enough there and everything. This underwater base that you're in has the bar is the best place to just kind of hang out. It's a makeshift bar called The Last Resort. You can check on your equipment. You already kind of did all that. So really, it's like there's bunks that you can go to if you want to be private. And anything else you want to do. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh, it smells like hot. And I have to. Oh. No, this is. I didn't want it to happen like this.
That underwater. You just got to get used
Yeah,
to.
in the Cyberpunk universe, the water's so polluted that it all smells like hot dog water.
Oh.
There's just like a guy walking through the hallways. Just like, smells.
Stinking.
It stinks.
So, to review a bit, because it's been
A long
since
2 weeks.
2020 that
Yeah.
I think we played last. We are part of a side mission to rescue some operatives. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
Okay.
So as far as the
we have,
mission itself
we have
goes,
a mission briefing I wrote
yeah.
down.
So what Naughty Base, which is Nautilus team, which is your team, is Naughty team.
Not the
is
naughty team.
you guys, your mission in this assault, your top priority is securing the POWs, which are some people that you know.
Like Lux.
Yeah, Lux is apparently there, according to this intel. Who else is there? Gavin Capelli, who's the guy who had the shark that Zed knew in animal training. Speaking of which, I want to say, like, you brought...
Is Elf here?
Yeah, he should be here somewhere. I want to say maybe he arrived a little late or something. Yeah, I remember you guys had, like, a weird way on how you got here. You split up and stuff. But yeah, he was
because
in, like,
Micah wanted to bring the mech suit, but then we're underwater.
There's a tank.
Yeah.
Oh, the tank. That's right. That's right.
I have a tank that I finished building, so I think I parked it or was
Yeah.
having it parked somewhere where I could
It's-
like artillery fire.
Yeah, currently it's parked on like this beach somewhere that overlooks the CINO base that you're about to storm.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yes.
the long and short of the operation at this point is that there's going to be an ocean assault on this base. And it's going to be a combined effort of ocean and airborne assault, but you are part of the ocean assault. So it's just a lot of like just throw the technical term is throwing the spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks.
We're the spaghetti.
And you're the spaghetti or the shit, and it's a fan. Depends on how you look at it.
I like the one where I don't get put through a bunch of spinning blades.
I also like the one where we don't smell because it fucking smells down here.
I'm going everywhere.
Casper is also just kind of around on base, chatting up with people, mostly higher ups and stuff. Occasionally, other people he's had contracts with occasionally. But yeah, he's just around base. But you're up. You can do anything you want. The mission starts. I want to say in tomorrow. So you got all night to do whatever you want.
Also, Micah walked in on me doing absolutely nothing with
right.
some computer consoles.
Nothing of note.
Nothing of note. And I told you, I know what I'm doing, and trust me.
And I think I said okay.
And that whole moment, while only about 2 minutes in length, felt like 2 months.
Hell yeah.
Okay, is it a bad time to note that I think... No, wait, I must have these notes somewhere else. I'm missing half my character sheet, I feel like.
Oh, it should be on the...
Well, your character sheet should be in Roll20.
Yeah. Be in here. Right. Right. Yeah, you're in here. You look fine to me. Yeah, this is all filled out. You look great. You look great. You look great.
Yeah. Okay, thank God, because
Great.
I
You also have oh, you have 2
didn't
cred.
have one.
Oh, I think you meant to put that cred in Intel. Because everybody did a lot of Intel stuff yesterday or last time. Yeah, it was only one. It's only been one day. It's only totally been one day. Yeah, Johnny Neptune and all of them are kind of doing planning the assault. Zed, you might want to be there, considering you're technically listed as
Yeah.
squad leader for Naughty Team.
I don't know why, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, I know why. It's because that's what I've done every single time so far.
Yeah. You got the hookups.
Somebody's got. I got the hookups.
Yeah.
You wanna? That's what you wanna stick with.
I guess so.
All right.
That's the bet I made, and I'm laying it.
You're gonna lay
The
that egg
hookup
for
bed.
sure.
I'm
The
gonna lay
hookup
an egg.
bed. All right, cool. Yeah, I will. I'll make sure to be there.
It's
I don't
kind of
remember-
everyone's very casual about this, by the way, because all the higher ups have betrayed the company, so they're,
Mhm.
part of the problem now. But
Yeah.
so if other people want to join, nobody's going to stop you. Let's put it that way. We're
Yeah.
all on a team here. We're a collaborative effort. Everyone's their
Mhm.
own boss. We have no labels here or whatever it is.
And they wonder why nothing gets done,
Someone
Cool.
tell me what to do.
right? Okay. Yeah, I will go to wherever this big briefing is.
Alrighty. If anybody else would like to join, what you see is Johnny Neptune's kind of leaning over a map. It's kind of like a little like holographic map, not too fancy. Like it's not like super sci-fi where they can like touch it in midair. It's more like a tabletop kind of thing that has lights that kind of make everything look good. It shows the ocean floor, and it shows the base, and they're basically like, okay, here's what we're thinking of doing. We're gonna have a full frontal assault. We got people up top. Micah was kind enough to lend his tank, so we're gonna try and distract them with that somehow. But we have a few helicopters going in to distract from above while we strike in from below. They're of course gonna probably be ready for this because we are both ocean-based companies. So, you know, it is what it is, but at least we know that their forces are dwindling, so we might have a chance as long as we throw everything at them.
Great.
What do we got here? We got a submarine that can hold a couple of you. We got a power mech. I think I saw you. You were pretty good with one of those, right, Micah?
Sure. I mean, I sat in one and I pushed some buttons and I didn't die, so.
Yeah, right. I think weren't you the one that ripped Junker's arm off? I thought I heard you rip Junker's arm off. That's pretty big. You did. You ripped Junker's arm off. He was the other.
Yeah, I did that.
Underwater.
We'll go
yeah.
Sure.
It was a mech fight. It was so cool. You can't remember?
No.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Felt like 4 years ago.
It felt like 4. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you're more than welcome. You can use the mech here. We got one on. I think it's the same one you used, actually.
Yeah, possibly. I know there's a few of us who specialize in vehicles, so we'll kind of see what we can divvy up.
Yeah, we have a manhunter suit too, if somebody would like to use that. A manhunter suit's basically like, it's not a mech suit, it's more like a scuba suit that you can fully maneuver in. Like, it's got little jet propulsion systems that let you kind of move around underwater. But it's more of it's like driving a motorcycle into a tank fight. But I mean, you could bring it in the mech with you, or in the sub with you, and then launch from the submarine with it.
Now I hate to be the one to suggest something like this, but don't you think that they're gonna very much assume a full frontal attack? And be much more because if I recall correctly, which I might not, weren't they the ones that attacked us before? And it was very not full frontal. It was they were on us and we didn't really see them coming very much. Shouldn't there be some sort of portion of this that is, I don't know, a little bit more covert? Are you
suggesting maybe Naughty Team flanks from a different perspective?
I feel like it might be a little more successful if we get a couple people inside to try to, I don't know, shake them up a little bit or drop some of their more elaborate defenses so it's easier, so that people aren't just, you know, going straight into a guns out firefight and hoping to break through something.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, we could probably have... Yeah! Are you volunteering?
Yes.
That's the spirit! You see Casper in the back of the room
just give Casper a thumbs up.
Just noticeable concern on his face as he thumbs up back.
How many is it just the 4 of us and Casper that are Naughty Team, or are there more?
No, that's it for Naughty Team.
Okay.
I mean, you can puncture through the defenses. We could probably There's a few things we can do for distraction, okay? We got the tank. We can set it to auto fire from the beach. That's a pretty good distraction. We got the air support. Pretty good distraction. We got the full frontal assault going. Another distraction. I think that's going to leave enough that one of you can be the needle that threads through. I mean, one of you isn't your whole team, not like...
Okay. Not literally one.
No, yeah, no, I didn't mean like
well.
only one of you is going to survive this horrible mission that might be a suicide mission, but like,
Well,
you know.
right. It's full of, you're really, can I just say, you're just brimming with leadership potential.
I'm Johnny fucking Neptune, you better be.
Yeah.
I'm king of the
Inspiration.
goddamn sea. He's had a trident this
Yeah.
whole time, because of course he does, because Johnny Neptune always does, and he slams it down, and then you see like one of the other people just be like, calm down, just calm down.
No, that's Poseidon. Neptune's a planet.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Morgan Blackhand kind of comes out of a door, and he's and he puts his hands down.
Here.
Yeah, he puts his hands down on the table. And he's like, "All right, what do we got here?"
Well, I think it's gonna be a loud bang at the front door so that a couple of sneaky little critters can get in. Just kind of generally gesturing towards our dear team.
Sounds good. Your Nautilus team, was it?
That's it, sir.
Something like that.
Okay, you don't have to. You can call me Mr. Blackhand. You don't have to call me sir.
No, I thought this was like a military thing. Sorry.
It
It wasn't respect, honest.
He kind of like smiles at you. All right. That's the case. Maybe we'll keep comms open. Small chance if Alpha Team can't get in that way, maybe we can have you take over our job.
All
Just
right.
be ready for anything is all I'm saying.
Sure. Hey, once we get these prisoners, is the plan to get them out, or are they continuing the assault with us? Like, are we freeing and arming them, or... I know at least one of them is probably hankering for a fight.
Yeah, so, probably. It really depends on the situation once we get there. The idea, of course, is to try and get them and get out. However, I'm sure you've been through enough of these scrapes that that never happens. So, you find some weapons lying around. I mean, they're soldiers. They know what to do. But, yeah, really just depends on how the situation goes down. Again, if the full frontal doesn't work, then maybe I should word it different. But,
We said full frontal a lot.
I did, really, didn't I? But yeah, no, if it doesn't work that way, then, you know, somebody's gonna have to pick up some slack or something.
Does the sub have good tech equipment on it?
Yes, I want to say it does, but what specifically are you looking for?
Well, you know, options to jam or to remote infiltrate through.
I want to say you could set it up to have a jamming device on it so it can't be read by radar. You would have to specifically set that up as a netrunner, though, because the submarine is technically a sub for... it's been retrofitted as a war machine.
Sub sandwich.
Yeah, it's just a sandwich.
Foot long cold cut
It's very...
combo.
What is this, a sub for ants? But it's technically a research sub that's been retrofitted to be a war machine in this makeshift war that's been happening. So it doesn't necessarily come with stuff like jamming equipment or anything, but you're a netrunner and you could set that up if you wanted to.
We're gonna turn this from sub to dom.
I hope you totally top this mission. Anyway, cheers. It's been nice knowing you. And he has a beer in his hand and he chugs it and he kind of walks out of the room. He's done this a million times.
Right.
High fives a dude named Mike on the way out. But yeah, I guess with that said, yeah, we'll have you infiltrate from a different flanking position. We'll do the full front, knock them out, try and distract them as much as we can. Stay on comms. We'll see what we can do for you. Keep them out of your hair.
Dave, I'm gonna DM you a question on Discord because I can't remember.
Gonna dungeon master him?
Have you seen his Dungeon Daddy shirt?
It's me. I am the Dungeon Daddy. Today, with that, what would everyone else like to do while this is happening?
I have
Johnny Neptune, I guess, just like kind of goes like it is what it is and walks out of the room to the bar. So does everyone else following him. So yeah, actually, if you wanted to talk to your teachers one last time or whatever before the mission starts, they're all around too.
I have an unrelated thing I would like to do. I have a move called storage. After receiving a job, I can look through my accumulated parts and supplies for equipment that might help with the current mission. I have to roll mind for that.
That sounds great. Why don't you do it?
I will as soon as I figure out where the button is. Do I have forward? I don't think so.
No. Wow. That's not a good number.
Oh no, that's a bad number.
You need a 7.
Is there
at
anything I can
least.
do to make that better? Not
No.
having any idea how to play this game?
No.
No. So wait, what were you trying to do? Because I might give you like you were trying to see if you had any equipment on you that could help towards the mission.
Yeah, I have a move called storage that gives me gear after I receive a mission or receive a job.
Ah, okay.
Does it say what happens on a...
Yeah,
Fail?
I gain gear. Nothing happens on a failure.
Oh, okay. Then no. Yeah, I mean, you technically did already bring a few things anyway, so it's not like you're lacking. Like, you brought the tank to act as a distraction, and it could be remote set, so you don't have to man it to shoot it. And you brought your car, but
My
it's not
motorcycle.
not gonna really do much here. But
Like, I didn't know we were going to be underwater the whole time. All right.
Yeah. I mean,
I would not have spent the entire campaign working on a land tank if I'd known the finale was underwater.
It's still useful. But yeah, I do want to say you do have like a kill switch for that to shoot it, so you're in control of when that thing goes off.
Okay. What
Hey, maybe your tank is convertible.
It's just got like a big fan, like one of those.
It's like a hovercraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Maybe we can park it on one of the boats.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea either.
Thank
So
you.
we have the suit, we have the mech, and we have the sub, right? Those are kind of the vehicle options.
I-
As
Well,
far as what OTEC is giving you, you have a new scuba manhunter suit, which is just a scuba suit with missiles on it. One mech suit and one sub that can fit the entire team. So that's all of you plus Casper. Not that all of you need to be in it because Micah could be in the mech suit. But what were you saying?
Last session, I think I spent the whole session like making my motorcycle convertible to underwater. I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah,
what,
you
what
pretty
Kels
much
did
made
the
it
whole
like a
last session,
tiny
so.
man-made
Yeah.
underwater jet ski kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got that too. And we got Alf.
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 My
He's in a little-
honor.
Yeah, he's
Who
just
can
kind of
shoot
chilling in
guns.
the what's it called area, the bunks at the moment. He's been shipped in.
Okay. So I have another ability here
What's up?
called Customizer. I can try to modify a piece of tech, tell the MC what I want to do, and discuss what tags or game effect that modification will have. You'll tell me the requirements in terms of time, tools, parts, help, and research. Basically, I would just like to either as like a throwable tracker or like a laser guidance thing that I could attach to the mech, some way to more precisely get the tank a lock on from wherever I'm at. I can tag something that I see or can hit and give it some accuracy bonus.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I think you and like a fellow engineer that's not busy with other stuff can get that done overnight. I want to say you wouldn't sleep then, so it might negatively affect you in the future during the mission. So drink a lot of coffee or something. I don't know.
All right, great.
But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I would say you can attempt that, and you would be able to do it before the mission starts. But it'd be an all-nighter. But Mike is kind of used to that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You got to roll for it or anything, or?
No, it tells you just tell me what I need to supply in terms of time, tools, parts, and help and research.
Tools and all that. Yeah, I want to say they have stuff lying around this little research base that they can easily convert, like sonar-esque things and all that stuff. So
would this be something I'm attaching to the mech, or just something I'm carrying with me?
Depend. What do you want it to do? I
No.
would say if you would like, it's probably more advantageous to carry it with you than it is to put it in the mech.
Okay.
Maybe it could slot into the mech, and you could take it off the mech when you need it, when you're not using the mech, because the mech only works underwater. You can't bring it into the base.
Can I just have it? I can't bring the mech into the base?
You probably could, but the halls are too small for it to fit in some places. So it could probably go somewhere, but not everywhere in the base.
If I build up enough speed, I bet I could get in.
Just rip through.
Okay.
Oop, hang on 1 second. I am back. Yeah, I had to be a dad for a moment because Sydney was being. She just had a meltdown. She's teething, so it's just like it's as bad as everyone makes it out to be. Like they aren't fucking around when they say teething sucks.
Hey, have you ever tried growing bones in your face in
Yeah.
real time?
Have you ever had your bones rip through your muscles? It's pretty
Relax.
fucking cool.
It's just your bones growing through your skull.
Yeah, get over it.
They have
Exactly.
Stop
fortune
being
and
such a
famine
baby.
also.
Oh,
What?
did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Gen Con and board games and stuff. And there's
It
some...
looks like it's their like official account
Mhm.
because they have their mid-level Meeple logo, but the name is unrelated. So I think it's just one of their personal Steam accounts that they've uploaded their games to.
fine.
But that's cool that they're on.
There's a game called Guns and Gambling that board game
Gunfights.
Gunfights and gambling. Sorry, there's
Oh,
guns
that sounds
involved.
fun.
That I need to make sure to play with.
It's
at least 4 or 5 of you.
It's a team-based
Tom has to be
sort
there.
of bluffing game.
It's not bluffing.
Well,
It's not
like
bluffing.
where
Nobody's
you're
fucking
placing and
around.
choosing,
Oh, okay, yeah.
where
okay,
to attack,
yeah. Okay.
and then their other
I-
game is sort of an
like a
engine
drafting.
builder drafting game. Both very
Like
good.
both of
I like
those
them
things.
because I keep running into them at cons, and they live like an hour from us, and they're also a couple who are creating their first games.
It's
So yeah, we should
pretty cool.
try those at some point.
So,
Anyway.
ooh. That all done. What were we talking about? We were talking about making a laser.
You were?
Oh, I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
to play Helldivers with Chase.
Yeah, me too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Later. Yeah. I don't remember. Okay, so Kels was building his motorcycle to be a jet ski that could go underwater.
Yes.
Jason, Micah is building a laser that can make it so that the tank is a bit more accurate when you lock onto things with it. What are Zed and Jason doing?
I would be investigating the sub to see what kind of techie things I can do on it.
Okay, do you
I
want
would
to roll
help-
something for
I
that?
would like to help Jason.
Oh,
'Cause
there you go.
I'm nervous about being around Micah because Micah doesn't trust me now.
I told you I trust you.
I don't trust that Micah trusts me.
All right.
Are you just in the workshop while Jason's working on the thing and you're just talking?
I'll actually help, but yeah, just kind of like being.
Sounds good.
Dave, for dramatic purposes, I'm going to say that what I've done is repurposed. Like, I have a bunch of grenades on me, like flashbangs and stuff.
Mhm.
I've kind of gutted one and turned it into essentially like a tracking device. So it's same sort of thing. I pull the pin and it starts signaling to the tank that's automatically going to target it. So I got to chuck it and it's going to launch a missile at that exact location.
Okay.
That
I'm
works.
okay with this.
All right, perfect.
All right,
It
you're
could be
Helldive-
way better than that, but
You're Helldivers.
Yeah, you're Helldiversing it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that that's exactly what you did.
I guess you're
Calling
right.
an
Yeah.
ordnance. What's it called?
Well,
The SAV gun or whatever? That's pretty much what it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because my tank has a missile launcher. That is its weapon. So yeah, I mean, no matter how I work it, it was gonna be Helldivers, I guess.
There it is. It's a good thing you're going to be underwater and/or inside of a base.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Would you two like to roleplay that moment, or would you like to just kind of cliff notes it, or what do you want to do? Zed and Jason being in the hangar together working on the sub. Casper could be there too.
The sub's kind of small for Casper.
Well, the hangar's there, but I'm talking
Well,
about.
that's fair. Casper can be wherever he wants to be.
Fine, it won't be there.
Yeah, I think there's I think Zed's a smart cookie, so probably could help out as best as they can. With whatever it is that you're souping up. I think at some point, it feels kind of out of the blue, I think, for Jason, because I think that the two of them had one pretty deep conversation before the last waterfowl situation. But I feel like they don't really talk Jason doesn't really seem to talk to anybody except for Rick that much. It seems.
Rick gets me.
Yeah. But I think at some point, Zed will ask, Jason, have you ever made, a choice to do something, and it wasn't until after you started doing it that you started questioning if it was the right call or not?
I mean, I hacked with the corporate wars and all of my friends died.
Yeah, I think you it sounds like you'd be, right, you know a lot about that. Yeah.
But hey, I mean, you get through it and you learn to like garbage, and then you meet more cool people.
If there was a way for you to do what it was that you did and your friends didn't die and you didn't have to light garbage, unless you chose to,
Well,
do you regret choosing to do what you did, knowing that it affected so many people?
Well, I mean, we did it as a choice. We did it as a group. We're working towards a better goal and to fight for what we thought was right, and it just didn't work out. But I think I don't regret going to do the right thing and fighting for what I believed in. I just suffered the consequences.
What if you didn't know if it was the right thing or not?
I mean, I wouldn't have known at the time either, but it's what I believed. So if it's what you believe to be right, maybe you're still right, maybe you'll be wrong in the future. I guess you really won't know until it happens.
Yeah, but I don't want to end up liking garbage.
Why not? As I eat, take half a hot dog out of my pocket.
I just don't want. I wish that you had not had to lose everybody that you cared about.
Yeah, I mean, it sucked, but I mean, I guess, leads me to today. I mean, not that, hey, I'm with new friends and we're about to go do something and go fight something and maybe we'll all die. Not my first rodeo.
Okay, Morgan. I think. Oh god.
You're worried about something?
I think Zed sits down wherever, like, they're probably standing next to whatever workbench, and they sits down on like a step or a ledge or something. I want Dave. I want to try. I'm wishing I had more cyber tech stuff. I want to try to. Oh no! You know what? Some of the most secure in an age of technology, when everything is digital and everything can be hacked and traced. You know what the most reliable way to get across information? Frickin' pen and paper, baby. Or something similar. I want to try to find a way to write something, either on any surface around here that is not going to be permanent, that I can like wipe off.
I feel like there'd be whiteboard markers around. Not everything's got to be tech. It's like a research building, so they'd be around.
Okay. My goal, Dave, is I don't want I don't want what I'm going to write down to be visible. I want it to be as not visible from like cameras or anything that can be like perceived via outside sources. I don't want someone specifically to know that I'm about to tell Jason something very specific. If you get
Fair.
my drift, wink. That's what I'm attempting. If that means a roll, then I would like to do that. Oh, wait.
I think cool sounds right.
Hold on. I have a move that I rolled at the beginning of this the mission. I have 3 holds from a move called Nose for a Story, which is delightful. But what that means is I can spend one of those holds to do one of 3 things, which one of them is ask a question from a specific list, the research list, which I would like to do because I think that would be applicable, and if I need to roll afterwards, you can tell me. Great. Actually, no, this just kind of leads into what I was actually asking you. This is just mechanical. Where would I find the best place to write something down where it would not be seen?
I feel like if you were to do what you want to do, yeah, you can take a whiteboard marker, not look at what you're writing, and write probably on the sub somewhere.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to, as Jason asks, if there's anything, Zed's gonna look around for a bit, not answer. Go over and grab a marker, something that isn't permanent, and is gonna just talk a little like in circles, kind of almost saying back the same thing that you had just said about, you know, this being, you know, a bit bigger than we were anticipating, and like saying all these things. And I think, Jason, you know Zed enough to know that these are not things that Zed really worries about. But as they're kind of just talking, they are grabbing this marker and finding a little spot and just kind of like trying to be as nonchalant, or like trying to fit the vibe that they're giving off. And then they're going to start writing on whatever surface they can find a couple of things. They're going to write the words big favor, with big being all capitalized. And they're going to write the letters O, and then like a little shorthand for and, C, and they will finish it up with I don't know, something like just like can't talk about it. And all the while just like, you know, saying stuff like you know, it's always something about water. It's something about like the fact that we're in the water all the time, as they're just kind of writing. And it's just a little bit uncomfortable, you know. It's just got me thinking about a lot. It's got me thinking about a lot of things, you know, a lot of choices that I've made in the past. That might have, you know, effects on people I care about.
Like Rick?
Ironically, Rick is the only one I think who's pretty in the clear right now. I think Rick would be the one to outlive all of us, honestly.
I mean, he's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Smash cut to Rick fighting a raccoon. What the fuck?
I need this.
So
You guys, go ahead.
slip me this yet?
So if it's written in a way that I could give it to Jason, then I would, without it being seen. Otherwise I'd just find a surface to write it on and then wipe it off.
I'd say you leave it in a very obvious spot and it doesn't... Well, okay. How about roll me cool?
Okay.
Just a straight up and down cool.
Okay. This doesn't happen to be acting under pressure while in physical danger, is it?
Not under physical danger, I don't think.
Do I get any... Do I get a +1 forward because I'm really cool?
No. We're all playing a role-playing game. None of us are really cool. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, we're all very cool.
Well, I don't know if this matters, and I don't know if Maria has the same thing, but I have a +1 link with Zed.
Oh.
It doesn't matter for this situation, but it might matter for something I'm going to make you roll in a sec.
Oh, God.
It's nothing
Jeez.
bad.
Well, I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay.
Which
I want to
is
say
really not good.
here's what you wrote it on a surface that you think Jason will see it. Jason, I want you to roll me. Let's see. Maybe meat.
Is it mind?
Let's go with
Or
mine.
edge?
Assess. Yeah, let's do edge. Roll me an edge.
Get edgy.
They're the same modifier, so that's fine.
Okay.
Do I add the 1 for the link?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Is that forward?
Our link.
Forward
Yeah,
one?
it would be forward one. Yeah.
That would be it.
Okay. Yeah, so Jason, you see it, and then you would probably think to erase it. After you're done seeing it. After you're done seeing it.
Have you
After I've done,
seen it?
after I've done, did he done?
You done it.
Did he done did it.
Yeah.
As you're...
I'd
Are
say-
you walking out of the hangar then, or...
Big favor.
Big favor. Big is in all caps.
Okay. O and C.
O and C. O plus C, essentially. And can't. I'm trying to think of like small. I can't talk about it.
Do I know what O and C is supposed to be?
No. Do you? I don't know.
Do you?
I would tell you if it wasn't purposely cryptic. Like if you can figure it out as an actual person. Oh my God, Wesker's, look at it. Look at just eyes in the darkness.
It's just eyes and not ear. God, Wesker's
I gotta
just
take a
the
screenshot. I took a
Wesker's the and there again he goes. Goodbye.
I'm more checking to see if me as the player have forgotten something.
No, I think you have enough information to go on that you as a player could probably deduce what that means. And maybe I'll just kind of say things more specifically to refresh your memory in a little bit.
I'll put it in the Zoom chat too, just so you have like what it looks like.
Like a record of what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also want you to roll me when you're if you have some sort of move that involves building things or hacking things and stuff. I want you to roll me that as well because you are you're trying to hack the submarine to do something. But that also gives you a +1 because Zed was there, kind of chatting with you and you know being nice. And
Yay! I'm helpful.
yeah.
I mean, I have. There's assess. There's research.
Let's say, do you? I mean, like moves. Do you have any
Oh,
crazy
like-
moves?
Let's
Let's say if you don't have any moves, let's go with. Let's go.
Oh, you know what? I have one that, if we're a little loose on the wording, works. I have programming on the fly.
That's
I can
fair.
adapt
I'm fine with that.
to manipulate systems.
Okay, what do you got to roll for that? Go ahead and do it.
Uh,
Do it. Do it.
Does it adapt your programs? Oh, it doesn't.
You successfully
Doesn't
compromise.
tell me what I roll. It says I adapt as I encounter. I mean, I would assume that's probably like
When you successfully compromise security or manipulates systems, hold +1. So that's, I think, part of a.
Oh. That's just saying you can get a hold for. Is if I'm reading this right.
You get a +1
You get a hold
if you-
for doing what you're about to do.
okay.
So which I'll just have you roll. Let's go with
Synth?
what?
Synth? That's to use cyber.
I'll go with synth. Synth's fine. You are a net runner, so it is kind of built into your system. I'll give you it. It's fine.
Shame.
And then you get a hold for that you can use in the future. That's what that whole programming on the fly thing lets you do.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Nice. So yeah, you get you build the thing you were building. You wanted to build some sort of radar jammer for the submarine.
Yep.
Yeah, you successfully build a radar jammer for the submarine.
Sweet.
Okay. With that, before as Zed like departs and Jason's still working on the sub, from a hangar platform up above, you see Casper. He's just kind of looking at it. Looks like a wallet clip in his hand, and he's thinking about the whole "have you ever made a decision that you might regret?" And how did you deal with the thing like that you guys were talking about. And he's smoking a cigarette as he's like kind of looking at this wallet clip. And he kind of grips it tighter in his hands, nods a little bit, finishes his cigarette, throws it down into the hangar, not in a place that you would see it or anything, but he's done with the cigarette, so he throws it away.
Water.
Blows out into the water. It's already polluted enough, why not? He blows out his smoke, and then he walks out of the room. But yeah, he was there the whole time.
Sam.
Yeah, and he puts his wallet clip back into his pocket. He walks out of the room. With that, are we cutting to tomorrow, or did anyone else want to do anything tonight? I want to say it's now late night.
Sometime during the day, I would have either not Rick.
And Rick is here now.
I fought the red
Hey,
for Rick.
Kip or someone drop off or even someone that we're like on base with or associated with, drop off a big metal box next to Micah's tank.
Oh. It's the guy who was talking about the hot dog water. It's like, so glad to be out in the open again. I mean, it still smells like hot dog water from the beach, but at least you're not in it. I don't know what the fuck this is. Anyway, just kind of.
Oh shit! Is that a tank?
Is that a fucking tank? Wow, I haven't seen one of those since the last corporate war. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna go. God, it fucking smells. I don't want to go back. He just mumbles as he gets back in the bathysphere. So wait, you're just not gonna elaborate? Okay, that's fine.
It's a big metal box. It's about
big metal box. Kip's in it.
It's about it's about 6 feet by like 6 feet, give or take. Maybe like 7 feet by 7 feet.
It's 6 feet by 3 feet deep. There's definitely not a body in there.
It's Kip. Kip's with that.
Colonists.
Yeah. Did we have anything at the bunks or anything? We just want to cut to the mission.
I'm good with cutting. Let's do it.
Let's
All
cut
right.
to full frontal, everybody.
Full frontal assault.
Let's
Full frontal
go. An assault of the
assault.
full frontal.
We're full frontaling everyone in front of everyone. That's what we're doing. All right.
Oh
So-
boy.
If the mission is going like this now, here's how we're gonna lay it out. You all.
What can I say?
I mean, I have a thing for Kip here, but he's not actually here. I'll just put that over there for now. So how did we want to assign the troops? Remember what you have as equipment. I'm assuming, Kels, you're going to go in your tiny little fighter sub thing
Yeah.
that you made. Micah, it sounds like you're probably going to be in your mech.
Yeah, at least until we get to the building. Like,
Yeah. For now, I assume the mech is on like this chasis thing that's attached to the bottom of the submarine.
okay.
Casper, Zed, and Jason are in the submarine. Did any one of you want the Manhunter suit?
Now, what exactly is that? Is that like a big,
It's just kind of like a scuba suit with like a jetpack on it that can shoot, but the jetpack also has machine guns.
wow.
So I just want to go over the plan real quick before we make these decisions. So our plan is to take the vehicles to essentially a side entrance of the base and then go in just
Going less
without them, right? Like none of these
Yeah.
vehicles are coming aboard. These are just transportation to and from.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to get out of the subs and everything, and it's going to be a land mission once you get inside.
Do we have this map of the base?
Yes, because Jason got it last session.
Okay.
So and also it will be bigger in a sec once you enter the base, but this is what it looks like before you enter the base. So to those who can't see the map because I'm not putting it in the YouTube video later. Basically, there's a map of this Titanic base that CINO operates, and it's I have a wave of red arrows pointing up towards it, and that's the front lines, the full frontal assault, and then way off to the right, I have a small section for everyone else, and that's Naughty Base team that are going to be injecting
Naughty
from a
team.
flanking position or from the side. And right now, that's all anyone really knows. I want to say you're now like approaching the mission, so you're not like, unless if you wanted a scene at the docks before the mission leave. We should. Johnny Neptune should probably be standing on top of a submarine, like the latch is. He's got his trident.
On
he's like,
top of a submarine?
yeah, he's on top
Like,
of a submarine.
Under the water?
No, it's like doing that thing
Okay.
where it's in the port right now. We haven't left the base. We're still in the one base.
I'm here
He's
with
standing
you
on a
above
submarine,
water.
and he's got, and then all the rest of what's it called, squad? Not Kraken team. That's the CINO one. the one that we have, our team. Johnny Neptune's team. I'm just gonna call it that for now. Wait, I have it written here. COP team. CINO operatives. They're all kind of standing on or inside of the submarine as Johnny
Wait, the
Neptune's
cops?
giving the speech. We're the cops. and Johnny Neptune's like, today is a day that you may be your last. But remember, we are men, women, and everyone else of the sea. Don't forget it. The sea will be ours, and we're going to take back we're going to get back our friends, we're going to get back our livelihoods, and we're going to end this fucking war before it gets any worse. Who's with me? And he raises his trident. And I should have written something cooler than that down, but I didn't write anything, and it was very
You know what?
obvious.
It felt a lot like what Johnny Neptune would say. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
He's not a very wordy guy or anything. And then Morgan Blackhand just kind of like is standing there too. He's on a different submarine. He's like, okay. And he gets into a submarine with his team. And they just kind of launch off into the sea. Everybody kind of cheers because they're just feeling it. Some of them are drunk. Some of them are just,
Good.
they just got to get the nerves off. They're probably all sorts of people doing all sorts of things to get the nerves off and everything. But everyone's getting into their submarines and their sea jockeys and all that stuff. You see a bunch of like weird animals kind of take off in the ocean, like a hammerhead shark and like all this other stuff, and narwhal. They're all like robots, so it's like they can pretty much get whatever they need and stuff. But one of them's just a frog with a grenade strapped to its back.
Yes.
I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Let's check out the frog grenade.
How many things could
Check
Dave?
off
I feel like I know exactly what's gonna happen with
Only
that.
one. But yeah, no, everyone's departing from the ocean
Okay. So,
into the ocean.
do we know, based on the schematic of this base, is there a side entrance that we're aiming for, or are we blowing one in? Where are the prisoners that we're looking for, and so on?
You don't know where the prisoners could be because this is
Okay.
not a base that normally would house prisoners. It's been retrofitted to be a war base. It's normally a research base. As far as openings go, there's one probably there, and one there, and then any you bring with you.
Aha. I also
Real adventure was the holes we made along the way.
Yeah, exactly. So
for anybody who's not being able to see this stellar map, it's a very good map. It's definitely one that's set in the deep of space.
yeah, don't worry
And
about
I
it.
really like that attention to detail. The space and the bottom of the ocean are very similar.
They're pretty much the same thing if you really think about
Noted.
it.
You can't breathe in either of them.
Yeah, both of them suck. But yeah, I want to say, unless if anybody has anything they want to do at the pier, we can cut to the mission.
This area is not an entrance, right?
It is an entrance,
Okay.
actually, if you want to go through the back. Yeah,
Is it water?
that
like,
is
is
That
it
big,
water
big back
accessible?
door.
that is water accessible. It is basically a hangar for like massive subs and stuff. If you want to, the mech suit would fit in there, but it wouldn't fit in any of the other rooms.
That's kind of what I'm thinking is if we breach in a room where we can at least defend with the mech, we can take out anything that comes at us immediately and then go on foot the rest of the way. I'm also looking at like the size of the rooms and overthinking this. I don't imagine there's a lot on the right side where they would be holding prisoners. I feel like it would be more on like the barracksy stuff on the left. So I'm kind of thinking the back door, honestly, if only so I can get some shots off with the mech.
Well, and I think also going through, if the front-ish is being absolutely accosted by everyone else, if we're trying to be the most away from that, I feel like going through the back, like directly on the opposite side, would be the best.
So you want to come in from that direction, the north side? I just drew a little here.
What do y'all think? You just
say what you were saying again.
If 90% of team blow shit up is coming from the front, it makes sense that we would go as far away from that as possible to try to get in.
Yeah.
So I'm agreeing with your idea.
Yeah, if they're all coming from the front, I mean, this is the most like it's going to be the least stealthy. A back corner would be better because people are probably going to be running around heading towards the front in the back hangar. But I do think that would be where we're going to have the strongest advantage as far as strength, as far as like firepower. But if we want to go stealthy, I think another route would be better.
Could work on equipping the ship to be stealthy.
Yeah, mine has a lot of missiles on it, so I don't think stealthy is going to be...
Okay, great. Me either. I'm in a mech.
Yeah, mech suit.
If no one knows, Ty is the best at stealth game.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so anybody opposed to the back hangar?
I think that's fine.
Never opposed to the back door.
No one expects the back door.
So you're coming from this angle, is what you're saying?
From the up angle going down, as opposed to we're going like this way.
Where is the tank in relation to all this? Out of curiosity.
It's on a beach way far away, but it's pointed at the base that it can hit it from there with a missile. Your box not going to be doing anything.
How far? I mean, I assume it was on the beach, like not like miles away. If a tank has to hit something, how?
Well, it's
far?
miles. It's pretty much. It is miles away because it's a long range missile. But like missile, there's a difference between a tank cannon and like a missile cannon. A missile can go a lot farther, so it's actually decently far away.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring the box with you?
No, I don't think I can carry a box with me in this if it's 6 feet. I'll
put it in the other submarine, the one with everybody else.
Put in our
Unless if that's a problem, because I don't know what's in the box.
I'll put it on whatever beach is closest to this. It doesn't have to be like whatever beach is closest.
Uber, like Uber
that one guy.
I'm gonna make the guy move it.
Yeah, the hot dog guy had to move it because he didn't understand the mission, and he misses the mission as a result. But he's actually kind of happy about it. I don't have to go in the water anymore. I didn't care about this.
Oh wait, hang on. A missile launcher only has far range, according to this.
Yeah, I want to say you're far range,
which is within a block.
Oh, I'm gonna be loosey-goosey with that.
All right,
Hell
cool.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's there for funsies, but
It's far
imagine
for
it's
a
like
tank.
way far away. Yeah, it's a missile launcher. To me, that I feel like you can go really, really far with a missile because it's usually guided by laser and all that. Especially, especially if you have a laser cannon that can guide it too. So it's not just like a bullet; it's like actually guided in some way. So that's the vibe I got at least was with that thing.
Yeah, that works.
Your
Especially
word
to make
is
it super
God.
duper worth it. Because if they could see it, they'd stop it.
Right.
Like, they're not just going to be like, whoa, fucking tanks on the beach. That's wild.
Yeah.
What is this? The Midwest?
Yeah. It is America, but I mean, it ain't America that much.
That's also why I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to use it, like open with it as a distraction, because it...
Yeah, it's up to you when you want to use it. It's
Yeah.
just around. You don't have to use it as a distraction at all. You can kill someone with it.
Oh, I'm going to try.
With that, I want to say we're driving to the mission. You know, there's quite a few distance between, so people don't stay submerged the whole time. Like you're on like essentially like an army of boats is like in like the bay and everything like that, and like going or in the ocean and everything, driving towards this base. And like Johnny Neptune insists on staying on the hood as they're driving and everything like that. You see a bunch of helicopters fly overhead. Are any of you out? Like on top while we wait to get there? Kels, I want to say you're not using the fuel of your motorcycle just yet. So your motorcycle is attached to the submarine at this point. The submarine's basically made for transport anyway, so it's got like Chase's hookups for the mech and the submarine, your jockey thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anybody would like to get out of the submarine at all, like while we're just driving to the location before we all dive, you're able to. Would Kels? I feel like Kels kind of. Well, you're not a sea nomad.
Kels is probably on top of his like sea cycle, just kind of like playing with it and adjusting it
last minute adjustments.
Yeah.
You see flying overhead in helicopters. One of them is like trying to flag you down. You hear somebody yelling to you, just like Kels. It's Kip. he's on a machine gun.
And then all of a sudden, just Tom's just in here.
Yeah, I wish. He said he couldn't.
God
I was really trying to get him in here, but Kip's around. But yeah, he's on a helicopter. He's waving to you from a machine gun. He almost falls out because he's not strapped in.
You want to jump down, Kip?
No!
Come on, Kip. Let's go.
No!
You belong with us.
Send Rick down.
No! Rick's not here, man. He's fighting a raccoon. He's fighting a different war.
Godspeed, Rick.
He's in the 4th Raccoon War. Yeah, he kind of like, he shoots off a few rounds in a circle and somebody tells him not to do that, and then you see his helicopter kind of fly away. And I want to say Jed's actually in there with him, just to kind of have everybody here in case they want to show up for the final episode. But like, Jed's like, stop it. He didn't even know there was a war going on, but now he's in it. And yeah, the helicopter just kind of flies deeper in and stuff. And yeah, okay, so I want to say we're at the part where the front wave is starting to dive to go under, and then you'll have the long journey of going around the war to get to the other side of it.
Great.
Time to be wet.
Casper's just kind of sitting in a chair. His glasses are kind of reflecting. His hair's glowing because, of course, it is. But and he's just kind of like, anybody got any last words, regrets?
Did you bring a gun?
He just kind of pushes his glasses up.
Casper, you see,
he doesn't look like he brought a gun.
Okay, cool.
Casper, I'm not going to be the first to say that I know you well. You really are kind of having a bit of a resignation about this whole affair, as if potentially you know it's not going to succeed.
I don't think
that wouldn't be the case, would it?
No, that's a horrible character assassination of me. I think this is gonna go great. He like you, if you, I don't know if there's any humans or whatever in this game, but he genuinely does seem a bit chipper about this. He's just sitting there. So this is just who I am. I don't.
You often say, "Do you have any last words?"
Well, I don't know. I say, if you don't know me, I say 3 trace, third thing. Every single time I say something. That's the first thing that came to mind. But who knows? I don't know. Just in case. Who knows?
All right, well, just in case, tell my family I love them. That'll be my just in case last words, I guess.
My just in case last words are all of my Casper VHS tapes go to my cat.
I tell Micah I love him too.
What a twist.
Son?
Son.
If I die, make sure my body gets to the nomads. I don't want to be buried at sea.
We'll do our best.
Does it have to be all of it?
No, I mean, well, if I blow up, you can use me as like shark bait or something if that's like a plan. But like beyond that, if I'm in one piece.
Okay. Noted.
If I die, let my brain go to the net and feed my body to Rick.
I was about to ask if Rick is carnivorous, but that's a silly question.
Casper's just like, do I have to worry about that? Does Rick eat people?
Not since the incident, but that doesn't
Wait.
mean it won't happen again.
Smash cut to Rick eating a raccoon.
He's on a mountain of dead raccoons.
He's in Raccoon City after all.
Yeah.
Zed, you got any final just in case words?
No, because if we're all gonna be dead, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you don't want your last words to be, "Oh God, please!" in the moment. You want to, like, for posterity, have some good ones.
Micah, you know who you're talking to, right? I live on posterity. I know when words are bullshit, and these are just bullshit words.
How about something to inspire? You're good at that. That's your
inspire
your
us, Zed.
media, right? What do you got?
Zed, like, leans back in whatever, I'm sure, very stiff chair is in this submarine. And thinks for a while. Like, not a while, maybe like a solid 10, 15 seconds or so. This mission is a shit show. And I think we're doing the best we can. And I trust us to be able to get people like Lux out of there in one piece. So if we're gonna die, we better die doing that.
Hoorah! Amen.
I feel
Yes.
inspired.
Oh, yeah. So about that,
I'm not exactly on the top of my game right now. I don't want anybody to die. As an aside, that's like a if then statement means that doesn't have to happen. We should get everyone out.
Yeah, about getting everyone out, I did kind of forget that. Where do we land on like shooting missiles directly at the base? Are we gonna not do that?
I mean, I think it's fine so long as we can get out before the missiles hit.
No, I mean like to enter the base. Like, are we worried about hitting prisoners or anything, or like?
A little,
Oh.
yeah. We don't know where they are.
I think there's a pretty big door-ish. I mean, I from the map, assuming they're not putting people inside the giant hangar in the back.
Yeah. All right.
That would probably be an okay place for a missile, assuming it's not going to cause such structural damage that the entire thing just kind of collapses on itself.
That'd be fine.
You familiar with underwater structures?
Not my
Right?
strong suit, but we'll figure it out.
I mean, they're pretty wet. I can tell you that much.
Well, the whole thing is like we're dropping a space station on this, right?
Well,
No,
there's two different things happening.
Yeah.
We're the
They're
water.
gonna go to
There's
space.
also a space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although that's a pretty cool idea. I actually really enjoy that one. Casper
Your tank
says.
can't shoot up into space, right?
Low orbit, yeah, actually.
If I swap out the fuel,
Well, that's neither here nor there because we are in a submarine and it is over there. So-
okay. At the moment, no, probably not. It would take a hell of a tailwind.
What's that? The weather today? Nothing.
All
It's
tail.
clear day.
Oh,
It's
It's
perfect
full frontal,
outside.
all tail, everyone.
All tail. Okay. Are we ready
Anyway,
to
keep
begin?
your last words to yourself. Nobody needs to hear them.
I like that a lot, actually. That was pretty cool. With that, we begin the operation.
Scalpel.
we'll say you hear like you're all talking in the submarine as you're driving it around. I want to say you're underwater now, but you're not too far underwater that you can't hear like a war starting. So like the helicopters are going and like missiles are going off. You hear like under ocean explosions going off. You can't see it unfortunately because water. Also, this is polluted water, so like occasionally you do see flashes of like missiles going off and like undersea oil deposits kind of exploding and stuff like that.
For their windows.
Yeah, we can see everything because there's cool windows. No. But yeah, you make it to the flanking position that you're in. So far, no resistance. But yeah, you are in position. You get a call on the radio saying, "Naughty team, is this? Are you in? You in position?" It's Neptune.
I feel like responding to that is gonna give away our position, but
I'm also gonna turn on my jammer.
Okay, yeah, that's good. It makes a noise. It makes a sound.
It's like a speech jammer.
Jason, if you want to be on communications, you could probably send them a bit more covertly than anyone else if you want to roll for the one thing. Synth.
Yep, everything's fine here. How are you?
Good.
Waka.
Good. Bad roll, Jason.
I also have a +2.
Bad.
That's what I want.
So you send a message back. What do you want to say? I guess.
You're just gonna hear me on the mic, turning the mic. Are we in position?
Just say yes.
Yeah, we're good. Thanks.
You hear Morgan Blackhand just chime in. This is going great. Johnny Neptune goes, "Okay, good. Glad you're in position. So far, everything's going exactly how we predicted. Heavy casualties, not on our side. That's pretty cool. Is there any? I proceed with docking." And he cuts out.
Why are they in charge?
Why are they? Because the guy that normally would be in charge defected. Remember, that's also part of this mission, is that Frank Karaga betrayed everybody, and now he's somewhere in the space, probably. But yeah, you're in the open ocean. There's nothing. You don't see anything. You can't even see the base with visibles yet. You're that far away, but also the water's that polluted.
So am I in the mech attached to the sub? Is that where I'm?
Yeah, you can be.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just on.
Or you can suit up now if you want. You could be inside the submarine and suit into it now. I want to say there's like a little bit of a channel that'll allow you to do that.
Okay, yeah. I'll get in the mech.
Yeah.
Anybody riding with me?
No. Wait. Casper perks up. It's not a two-person mech. I want to so bad.
I mean, do you have experience with it? Because
no, I just really want to be in one.
I mean, you can kind of like hunch over the back seat and ride along.
There's no back seat. It's a suit. It's just a suit, man.
All right.
Good luck. God bless. I believe in you.
All right. So are you coming in with us? Or are you hanging out in the sub? I'll come in with
the I'm going to hang in the submarine, and when the submarine gets close enough, I'll get out.
Oh, okay. And
yeah, I'm planning on going in with you. Yeah.
So did you bring a gun?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Checks his pockets.
Yes. Yes.
All right, great.
Did you bring a gun? He just never answers. But yeah, I did. Yes.
Cool.
Kels, you want to get on your sub jockey?
Yeah, Kels is gonna peel off with his sea cycle and go a little bit to the left.
Okay, yeah, you're using the map. Good.
Yeah.
That leaves Zed, Casper, and Jason in the submarine. You have the jammer going. You drive for a little while, nothing happens.
And Rick.
And Rick? No, he's not here.
Oh.
He's fighting his own wars.
Rick versus the raccoons.
In the submarine, yeah.
Things are getting tense. You occasionally hear radio chatter from your teammates being like, some of them explode like talking, and everything like that. And the war seems to be going fine. Well, fine as in a war. But you can start to see visuals on the base. You can see the lights of the hangar bay that is fully submerged. The idea is you park your sub in it and rise up, and then you would be, above water at that point. But yeah, you can murkily see the lights of the base in the distance. There's also like a landing strip of lights on the ocean floor, because you're low enough to see it, that like kind of blink it in, kind of like an airstrip.
Can I look on a radar to see if I see anything? Not us.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me. Let's do assess.
Ass.
Asses.
Asses.
I want to say you don't find anything on the way there. I want to say you're driving closer. Kels, did you want to? Because you said you're splitting off to the left and everything like
Yes.
that. What's so how far to the left did you want to split off?
Not that far. I want to be in between kind of that other entry point. Oh yeah, I went too far. I want to be kind of in between the two entrances, like intending to fire at the hangar, but having the option to go the other way if it wants to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I found it. I figured it out. There are basic moves called compromise security, which uses mind, and manipulate systems, which uses synth. And both of them are very similar things that you can spend a hold to do X. So like, I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it in the Discord. Yeah. But you basically can spend a hold to do like either to activate a security measure or to activate like subroutine systems, etc. But I'll send it in the thing. We found it. Haha.
Yeah.
But if I'm close enough to see the lights, I would fire at the hangar.
Oh, you're gonna take a shot?
Yep.
Okay. Let's just go for it. How about we do? Isn't there harm?
There is harm. That would be mix it up, I believe. But let me double check because I know I have some weird stuff with my thing.
Mix it up. When you use violence. Violence.
It's your meat. Get your
meat.
Yeah, it's mix it up.
Yes.
Or you can help or interfere. No. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably the best one to do for this situation.
Plus
harm is when somebody hurts you.
Yeah. Plus 2. I may have to adjust, but let's find out.
Remember, you also have knowledge and equipment too. I think a few of you got stuff from that.
Intel and gear, but yes. So intel and gear, if you've ever played Blades in the Dark, it's very similar to that. It's amorphous, and you can decide whether or not you have it in that moment when you need it, and it can just be there. So like I have +1 intel.
Oh, my vehicle isn't on here, but I'm gonna roll. I'm rolling with synth because it's I'm jacked into my cycle. And then I get +2 because it's my power of my vehicle.
Oh,
you're so powerful.
So it's this or actually I can do that right here. 2.
I think if Jason is kind of focusing on like the radar and like other external stuff, I'll focus on piloting the boat to where we need to go.
The boat.
The underwater boat.
Well, if so, you're just gonna do that and not tell anybody that you've started the mission.
Yep, correct.
All right. So you got a 10. It looks like so you get to choose 2 with the mix it up. You see the options you have.
Wait? Why is it 7 and 9? 7 plus 7 to 9. Is there anything for 10 plus? No, I guess there isn't.
No.
Okay.
Remember that this one was kind of weird, but when we actually played it, we were like, that's actually really cool.
Yeah. I think that's that.
Yeah, you definitely have six. I'm assuming it's.
It looks like you mixed it up too hard. Well, if you have 10, then you didn't. If you get 7 through 9, you mix it up too hard.
Oh, so I'm fine.
So 7.
You're
yeah,
good,
so 7
yeah.
and 9 is actually something is iffy. So you take harm, or
Yeah.
you.
But
Yeah,
I
so
did not do
you
that.
did great.
Yeah,
Great,
so you just a missile just kind of like hits the. Do you want to mark on the map where you hit it?
Yeah. Let's do.
You just draw an X.
Kafoosh.
Micah, you're in the mech, but you're attached to the submarine still.
Oh, I don't want blue. I want red. It does. My missile does 5 harm, area, messy, and breach.
Hell yes.
You've breached.
We
All right,
breached.
you hit
we
right there.
breached the frontal.
All right, yeah. So I want to say, just because now that a missile's involved, it's funner this way. There was a door. You didn't see it because the murkiness. You saw the lights around where the door is, but now that you're closer and a missile, kind of just lit up the area a bit. You see that there was a door there, but now there's a giant hole in the door. It's
Nice.
not big enough for the submarine to fit, but the mech and the sub jockey can fit. And almost simultaneously, before, after the missile hits and explodes and everything like that, there's like a moment pause where you just see kind of like the bubbles and stuff kind of settle and everything like that. And then near the submarine, from the sky, let me do it. Just want a free hand. Please let me
Coming
do it.
in from downtown, Kip and Rick.
I wish. Why is this not letting me draw?
Are you on the right layer?
Yeah.
I was drawing a second ago. It's just being funny. It's there. Okay. It was just at the wrong symbol. I don't know why. Let me undo that now.
You can't control Z, but you have to. You use the pointy select, and you can drag a box around it and delete it.
Get fucked. There we go.
Or
Okay.
you insult it, and it'll go away.
Let's see. Around the submarine from the sky.
From the sky. You
one
keep saying
right
from the
there.
sky.
Yeah, as in they dropped in. Like you see the surface of the ocean breach, and then like these 3 things fall down from above water into the water. And one of them is a mech that was missing an arm, but now it has a bigger, different colored arm that looks newer. Another one is what looks like it's a type of submarine. It's like a smaller submarine. It's got like a couple missile launchers on it and everything like that. And like a box on the bottom of it. And then another one is another sub jockey kind of looking thing that looks a little bit close to what Kells has, where it's like a submersible kind of like one-man ship thing. And you instantly recognize them as CINO's Kraken team because you have fought them before. One of them's the mech. The mech is the one that is standing between you and the base. And the sub is the one to the left of you guys, and the sub jockey is the one to the right next to Kells. And they have, they're like immediately ready to fight as they like kind of land in the water next to you. The mech lands on the ocean floor, like it's got more mass and everything, so it falls straight down. But the other 2 kind of like land at your level before righting themselves and everything. And if you look up, there's like a silhouette above the ocean because it's still kind of sunny out of what looks like kind of like a jet goes by. It's like one of those big like loading kind of planes that you're assuming dropped all these things as it flew overhead.
Boy, oh boy.
With that, we begin battle. It's just
God.
whoever goes, and then we go from there. But yeah, you see Junkers. And he like patches into your radio, Micah. He's like, I got a bone to pick with you. And he like smashes his fist together.
What? Why?
You blew his arm off. You blew his arm off, Kippy. He's,
I'm beginning to remember that, but I'm not going to let him know.
What do you mean? Who are you?
Talking about.
Sorry, have we met?
To me, it was a Tuesday. But yeah, whoever would like to go first can go.
What kind of weapon does my mech have?
Your mech, if I remember correctly, had like a grenade launcher, and then you can punch with it, of course, because it's a mech. And I want to say some sort of machine gun, like a minigun kind of thing.
All right. I don't know how to use.
500.
What are any of those to use? Like, what would I be
just
rolling?
mix it up. Mix it up would do it. Yeah,
Neat.
it's more so what damage they do.
Fantastic. All right.
It was violence, but what are you aiming at? And what are you doing?
I'm going to aim at the smaller one in like the wetsuit.
It's kind of like a jet ski-ish
Yeah,
thing.
that.
Yeah, so you're this guy calls you out and you immediately aim for his I mean, it's Cyberpunk, all's fair in love and war. Yeah, go for it. Roll me a mix it up.
Which of these weapons is like? Are there different stats for the weapons, or am I just attacking and we're gonna say?
We'll figure it out from there. Yeah.
All right, great.
Little loosey-goosey
there's
with it, but
nothing I
it's-
can like add ahead of time. It looks like I can't use my link to Zed.
Not really, no. Not in this situation, at least.
All right, great. I have no forward, so I'm just gonna roll a 13.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, you
Ow!
achieved your objective. Which gun were you using? Were you using the minigun, or were you using the grenade launcher or punching?
Can I just use the grenade launcher on the jet ski guy?
Yeah, no, I want to say you do. I want to say it has a decent armor, like it's kind of designed to be used in war. It's small enough that they can make those things decently easily, and stuff like that. So you knock it, and it just kind of like flies kind of into the murk. You don't really see what happens to it. It's not necessarily dead, you don't know, but it is derailed at least. So it's gone. It's just kind of like flown off into the murk.
Perfect.
Like it's just kind of like the guy inside's like, like holding on for dear life as he's just spiraling out of control.
So I'm still attached to the sub, right?
I don't think you
detach when I
said
want
you've
to. Okay.
detached yet. So you just kind of
Yeah.
like,
So he calls me out.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry. Who are you? As I just shoot one of his friends driving
hold
past.
on 1 minute.
Yeah.
Just
Perfect.
blow
Yeah.
away. Who would like to go next?
So there isn't enough space for the submarine to get in there right now, right?
Not yet. You do also have Elf. Elf is in a box attached to the bottom of the submarine. So you can launch Elf whenever you want to.
Launch the owl.
Launch the owl.
I want to get that hole bigger. So that's what I'll tell Jason and Jason. That we got to get that bigger. I think I will shoot the Alf. I will deploy the Alf.
The Elf.
But I want to try to shoot him into the base. Not like as a bomb, but like in the hole we've already made so that he can
He's
get
not
in there and
with
maybe like get us in a little easier or something like that. I'm not
Casper
sure what
sees
he's
you
gonna do.
hovering over the button to launch Alf, and he puts a hand on your shoulder. He's like, if I may, one thing really quick. Jason, if you don't mind, do you mind if I get on the machine gun? Or the torpedoes? It's the torpedoes. What gun do we have on the ship? It's torpedoes. You mind if I get on the torpedoes really quick?
If you know what weapon we're using.
Yeah, I think I do. It should be easy. Just point and click, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Zed, you see, there's a giant mech in the way. And I wouldn't hate to shoot Alf into it. So how about I take care of it, settle this, and maybe make some way
Wow.
for him? Or Jason, if you'd like to do the honors first. But somebody should deal
No,
with
I
the
want to
mech.
see. I want to see Casper shoot a gun.
Okay, let's
The
try
first
this.
time ever.
He sits down at the console. He's like, I've always wanted to do this. And let's see. I need to mix it up. It's meat. Where do I'll just roll normal dice. I guess I don't really have a... It's just a d6, right? Just one d6?
2d6.
2d6. That's one.
Add them
You
together.
get 12.
Okay. So he did just enough. So you just see him sit down at the thing, and he shoots the torpedo, and it just hits straight at the mech. But it doesn't blow it up. The mech actually just kind of grabs it and slides back, and it just kind of diverts it up into the air.
Then what I want to try to do is when missiles shoot at Big Mech, I want to try to shoot Alf like at a side-ish angle to try to go past so that Big Mech is distracted by Big Mech.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. Why don't you roll me mix it up, but add +1 because Casper helped you.
Okay. Ugh.
Yeah, the mech just kind of like takes the torpedo and aims it up, and it just shoots up out of the water and explodes into the air.
Boy, oh boy, this is not the most skilled skill I have. Only a 6. It's almost a success. Only I didn't have -1 in meat.
I want to say he does that, and then the Alf missile is close enough that you see him kind of backhand it with his new hand, and the missile that has Alf in it kind of spirals. It's close to the door, but it's like jammed a little bit, so it's not opening just yet.
Uh-oh.
But he doesn't seem to care about it. Like, it's beyond him, it's behind him.
Cool.
And now he's like kind of in a
I'm gonna
grappling
radio.
stance
I'm
again.
gonna immediately radio over to Kels. Kels, I need you to Alpha's in that, and I need you to There's a little bit of panic in Zed's voice. If you missed it, Ty, I launched Alf, my wonderful otter companion, towards the door, and the mech decided to backhand him into. Now he's jammed in his little pod, but not where he needs to be.
Inside, you see Alf screaming. What does it sound like? I don't know. There's no microphone in there. We'll never know.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So here's what happened while you were gone. Micah got taunted at by the mech. Said, "Hold on a second," and shot the sub jockey that was next to you with a grenade launcher, and it sent it flying. You don't know where it is currently. Just that it went in that trajectory that I showed. There is still a submarine with a thing attached to the bottom of it and torpedoes that's to the left of everyone that hasn't done anything yet. And the mech is doing the thing that Zed said.
Okay. When so it's not. I'm assuming it's not my turn yet.
It's whoever's.
Yeah.
So
Has
far,
everyone
the
gone?
only people who have gone is Maria and
Me?
Micah.
And me, I started.
Oh, technically, yeah, because you did the missile. Yeah, so Jason,
So
it's your turn.
but before my turn, when Zed tells me that, I go, all right, I got it, and I'm you see Kel's like kind of fiddling with his arm and the display on his arm.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Casper's sitting at the torpedo. Casper shot a torpedo, by the way, and that's why the mech was distracted enough that it only backhanded Alf instead of destroying it. But you see Casper just like a little bit more communication there would be a little appreciated. I'd like it if you did that, Kels, please. He's a little nervous. Pushes up his glasses and resets tries to reload the torpedo. Jason, that leaves you.
Can I, like, remote fry that mech's?
You can probably get creative and do something remotely like that. Your radio jammer can probably backfire his systems to do something. Like backfire on his comms to like really fuck him up or something like that.
Oh yeah, let's go with that.
Or you could just get your Netrunner and you basically have tech magic. So if you could think of anything, I'll probably say yes to it.
Tech magic.
No, that's pretty much what I was going for. Some sort of, blast.
Blast! Where am I biting blast? So if you're doing that, that's not actually mix it up, I don't think. That's more like, I don't know, maybe it is a mix it up. Kind of using violence.
That not using my cyberware?
Well, we're doing probably bigger moves than that here, but
What is he trying to do exactly?
it's trying to kind of hack the system to kind of like backfire the mech's comms so that it.
Well, there are cyber hacking moves that are separate.
Yeah, do you got a hack move?
It's part of what I
What you sent?
The
What
thing
page
you
is
I
that?
sent. It's in chapter 8, so it's page 100.
Compromise security. I see. You attempt
Yeah.
to compromise a subsystem
Yeah, that-
security.
Yeah,
roll
so, like,
mind.
Yeah, so that and manipulate systems. Those are the one of those you can use that +1 hold on those. So assuming you get a successful roll that gives you a hold or 3 holds or wherever, you have an extra one to use on one of those too as well.
I would
And
say
you can-
manipulate systems is probably what you're doing here.
Okay.
Yeah, so roll synth.
Perfect.
Oh,
There.
good. Hey, there you go. So you get
8.
+1 hold, and you also have a second one if you want to use it, and you can use those to activate routines in the subsystem. Spend holds to activate routines. Blah 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 blah. So there's I think there's a.
I would say in this situation,
activate or deactivate like equipment and such as door locks, lighting, emergency HVACs, or other automated systems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well-
in this situation, because we're still operating under the rules of Cyberpunk 2020's universe, you could do pretty much the thing I said, because remote hacking isn't necessarily a huge thing totally just yet. There is some stuff you can do, but like what you're doing is probably good enough. Like the whole hacking your own radar system to kind of backfire his system would probably be a good like way you could do what you wanted to set out to do.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to say you do that, and the mech, you just see the mech like in a grappling stance, and then it just goes and like holds its head and like can't really like focus or anything. And you see like bubbles actually come out of his head. And remember, this is a Borg; it's not like a mech. So that's just like a dude that you just kind of really fucked up. There's like a little bit of red that comes out of his head as he's like just kind of like screaming into the ocean and stuff like that. But yeah, he kind of grabs his head and he's like freaking out and everything. And I want to say you actually did physically hurt him a little bit there.
Good.
With that, that's everybody. So now the bad guys go. So the submarine nobody did anything about opens up the little box that's on the bottom of it.
Dang.
And what was it? Hammerhead shark comes out of the bottom of it. And it's different now. It's got like a couple scars on it that it didn't have before.
She's different.
Yeah, and it's got like 2 miniguns on the bottom of it. And it
Jeez.
yeah, it swims out and it starts to kind of just like assess the situation as it's been launched into the ocean. So now there is a shark. Shark. That's a shark. There. And so the shark has been launched. The sub itself turns towards your sub and just shoots a missile right at the side of your sub.
No.
So with that, that's probably
No.
harm, right? I want you to. It's just Casper, Zed, and Jason in that sub. So I guess all of you roll harm, right?
No.
No. Do I have to roll to see if I hit with a mix it up first?
No, you
The sub
typically
take
don't.
harm?
You typically don't roll.
I was gonna say
dice.
usually I know I don't roll dice, so
But we can typically.
or that's what it's doing. It's shooting a missile at your submarine. How
Yeah.
should we tackle this situation? Because it's been a while. I kind of forgot how this goes.
Someone could act under pressure to like navigate to like.
There you
try to
go.
avoid it.
Yeah.
I will do that as the one who is doing things. because we're in physical danger. I can roll edge instead of cool when acting under pressure.
Nice. Yeah, you just like jump over the console to move the submarine.
Yes. 11. Let's
Damn.
go.
You do it, no problem. Barely an inconvenience. So like you just like kind of reach over Casper and Jason and grab like the dive pedal or whatever it is and just shove it down so the submarine just kind of goes and you see the missiles just kind of like shoot into the distance.
Hold on, we're going.
And then they ignite a little bit of an oil patch, so like a good like firewall kind of appears in the ocean for a moment.
Literal
but then it dissipates. Yeah. But yeah, the submarine is technically facing your left, but now it's above you because you died.
I'll radio down to Micah and say, Micah, you good? You still with us?
Still here.
Yeah, you're still attached to the submarine.
I didn't forget.
About that. With that, Kells, how about I want you to assess the situation around you somehow.
Probably with assess.
That. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what?
If I had to take a guess.
Yeah.
I might have. Let me see if I have anything with my special eyes.
You have special eyes?
Well, I mean, I have a dart eye, but
one
that's
of
not
them
what I meant.
shoots a dart. Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay.
Oh,
I don't. When I'm in the vehicle, I have different stats for certain things, but not this.
Yeah.
Not when I'm doing that. So let's roll. Assess is edge, and I am not good at that. Whoop. 3.
You get blindsided by the sub jockey reappearing from the midst. It's on your what? It's on your, and you feel it's well, you don't feel it, but like there's a kind of like the machine guns on it kind of like whir and start shooting at you.
Okay.
Would you roll harm in this situation, or do you still have a moment to act? Okay, just making sure I'm getting this. I'm the GM. It's fine. This is fine. But yeah, okay. So roll me a harm.
When you suffer
8.
harm, yeah.
Got an 8. So you choose one. The MC will choose one. So I choose one. Let's say. Well, someone got the drop on you, I guess.
It could be someone else, though.
Someone else
Or
can
something
get the drop
else.
on you. Oh,
Yeah.
you're putting grip on whatever you're holding. I want to say whatever you were doing with your wrist, you mess up a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but that's up to you to now figure out how that affects anything.
Yeah.
This should be entertaining. And I want to say your sub jockey takes a little bit of damage in that process.
Sure.
Not enough to like sink you or anything or declare you out of the fight or anything, but just like there's bullet holes in it and like you've taken some damage. With that, the war continues. The front assault has gotten closer to the base.
At the end of that, we smash cut for a second. We see the box open.
The guy, the hot dog water guy, sitting on the beach in a lounge chair. He's like, "Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
What is it?
What is it?" The hot dog water. Oh no. And speaking of ocean warfare, my daughter has apparently pooped in the bathtub.
Hell yes! Let's go!
With that, I want to say the mech, Junkers, is still freaking out. You aren't entirely too sure who's in the other 2 submarines, but Junkers is very easy to spot because he's a Borg. Yeah, Junkers is still knocked out at the moment. He's still kind of dealing with the thing that Jason did to him. Everyone else is still live game and they're still coming at you and stuff like that. So, who wants to go first?
I will detach from the submarine. And
It's not a far drop to the ocean floor because of the dive. So it's just like you're already there.
While he's distracted, I want to jump and propel myself past Junkers and into the hole that was blown into the back of the base.
Just really not giving Junkers his fight. I'm okay with that. With that, let's say that might be an act under pressure.
Uh-oh.
I feel like that would be, you're not just gonna get it. You're not just gonna get it. I'm not just gonna give this to you.
Okay, but I'm bad at that.
Just be cool.
Okay.
Be cool. Come on.
Can I have like 3 forward?
Oh.
Wow.
I want to say it's been the calibration
Rolled
is
a
a little
lot
bit
of
off.
ones.
I'm
Rolled a
not
lot of
cool,
ones.
guys.
Just not cool enough. I want to say you accidentally ram into him.
Okay.
So you kind of like both of you are kind of tumbling, and he's falling backwards, and he falls onto the ocean floor, and you're kind of like spinning on the ocean a little bit. But yeah, you just kind of.
Can I also do something now that I'm here, or is that my turn?
I want to say that's your turn because you
Okay.
really just knocked into him and stuff. So it's just like you're spinning. He's on the floor on his back, and he's probably shaking out of it and stuff. But he'll be out of his stupor soon.
All right, I
who'd
meant
like
to
go
do that.
next?
I come in on the comms to my team of like, I meant to do this.
That's the spirit, Casper.
Don't worry, guys. I
Meanwhile,
got
Johnny
him.
Neptune. Johnny Neptune pipes in. Anyone seen Kraken Team?
We ignore Johnny Neptune, I guess.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Johnny Neptune.
I'll take a pop shot with the missiles that I don't know what do we have?
There is
There's
Kill
a
the
hammerhead shark.
Blow up the shark.
there is a hammerhead shark with machine guns attached to it. There is a submarine to your direct left, and then there's a subjockey attacking Kells.
Okay, I'm gonna aim for the shark.
Shark time! Shark time!
Let's see. What is that? Just
They'll be mix it up.
mix it up.
Mix it up.
Oh, cool.
So I'm imagining it's two like kind of lower sections that have like the little machine guns. You can kind of move the torpedoes independently of the sub, so it's not like you have to aim the sub. Although you do have to aim the sub a little bit. It's not like these things are 360-degree turrets. So the sub is turned. You said you were aiming it at who again?
The shark.
The shark. Okay, so you did turn the sub just a little bit in order to see the shark. Casper's torpedo is still reloading. So he's like just cheering you on. He's like, yeah, Jason. And you got a 6.
Yeah, I have negatives in that stat.
Oh no. I think you just miss like nothing. I want to say the shark probably hits back though.
Well, the way, so Dave, typically in this game, it's not that you can run it that way. It's not necessarily that you traditionally have turns. It's that when we do things like miss, that's when you can attack us. Like
That
you
makes
can give
sense.
us consequences and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
so I
very
will I will
reactive.
actually do that then. That's what I meant to do.
Excellent. Good.
Actually, that's what I meant to do. So the shark is going to attack the submarine for you missing. Basically, it was kind of assessing the situation. For a moment, it looked like it was going to head towards Alf's torpedo because animal agents like to attack other animal agents to neutralize them. But because you distracted it with a fucking torpedo, it's going to come for you now. So it just turns. You see the two machine guns that are on it, like they're attached to it's a hammerhead. They're attached just to its head, like on each side of its thing. And it just starts shooting up the submarine. So roll me a harm, Jason.
So are we taking harm?
Yes. Well, yeah. I guess because it's all three of you are in this. Oh, 3 is, and Casper's also there too. You got a 9. I get to choose one.
So the way that harm works in this one, just as a slight refresher, when we suffer harm, even if it's 0 harm, so like if the whatever this hammerhead is doing, you get to give like an amount of harm that it could deal. So like say it was 3 harm or something like that, whatever equivalency is. If we had any armor, which I assume our submarine does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
We subtract that a little bit, and then we roll, and then we add if there's any left over. So like if it was 3 harm and we have 3 armor, there's no left over. We don't add anything or subtract anything to whatever we roll.
Does the armor then go away if I've used up all the armor's like health, and then now it's just the health of the thing?
No, the armor will stay perpetually.
Okay.
But yeah, if damage goes like bypasses armor or is like ignores armor or something like that, then that's important because then you know, us as squishy humans can take, it looks like 6-7 hits, 7 harm before we die.
When the I want to say I want to say it took the submarine is pretty armored, so a minigun isn't going to do terribly much damage to it, but it still damaged the armor enough that it's like, don't let it continue. But what did you get? You got a 9? I also want to say, essentially, we do like a Mad Hatter shuffle where the submarine's shaking enough from the damage that we all switch positions. So Casper kind of falls to the back of the submarine. And Zed, you're now in one of the torpedo seats that Jason was in, and Jason's in the one that's been reloaded. So that's just kind of what happens. I picked you lose your grip on whatever you're holding, so that's how we all kind of just like shuffled in the submarine. Okay, who would like to go next?
So what am I next to now?
We're pointed at a hammerhead shark that is shooting us.
Where am I in the
you're in a
ship now?
torpedo seat. You're in one of the torpedo seats. You don't have to stay there, but you're just
I'll stay here and I'll shoot a hammerhead because I don't want him to eat Alf. I would like to fire upon animal. Just don't condone animal violence. However,
it's a robot shark.
This is the future.
Ocean war.
Ocean warfare.
But yes, that would be Mix It Up, I believe.
I'm bad at shooting, but I did get an 8.
That's pretty good, actually. You get to choose 2, because that's right in between that 7 and 9.
Okay, so I achieved my objective. I shoot the shark.
That's a torpedo, too, so that's pretty big. Shark.
Oh no, these are all unfortunate.
And you have to choose 2 of them.
I have to choose 2 of them. Okay, let's see. The one that makes sense is you make too much noise. Advance the relevant mission clock. And I'm gonna go with you take harm, me, as established by the fiction. So in whatever way would make sense.
So you're advancing the clock and taking harm?
Yeah.
Okay. I will advance the clock. Of all the things I actually know how to do, for weirdly enough, that's the only one.
That's the one that's hardest for me to remember.
Yeah. I don't know why I forgot everything else, but it's back now. Okay, so you take harm as established by the fiction. I want to say the shark's still shooting. And so it like lights up the boat, but then the shark gets hit by like a torpedo, and you just see like the of like bubbles and explosions underwater and everything like that. The shark stopped shooting, and you aren't entirely sure where it went. Could be dead, could be not, could be just vaporized by a torpedo. But I want to say the boat or the submarine takes a little bit more damage. Which I'm keeping track of here. So far, the submarine is looking okay. Like, there's a couple leaks in a couple of places that Casper, because he's in the back of the boat, he's kind of like patching up with like anything he can get a hold of and stuff. But for the most part, the submarine will still do everything he needed to do and is fine. But yeah, the armor is getting a little battered and everything like that, and it's just like, you don't want to take too many more of these.
How do I take harm?
I would have to assume after the submarine explodes that you all probably have a really bad time.
Well, as part of my...
You specifically, okay.
I specifically take harm.
Let's say a bolt, one of the bullets kind of like jostles, it's kind of like Star Wars.
It does
where
that
the submarine,
thing where it's like, ping!
Yeah, and like something kind of like you smack your chest on the torpedo's controls. As like the ship's kind of reacting to it, and I want to say that'll take just 1 harm, I guess. Okay. But if you got what's it called, body armor, it probably soaks it.
I don't have any armor that gives me armor.
Oops.
It's just discreet. But it
Owie.
lets me subtract one when rolling harm.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I want to say that's what happens. Who has...
well, which I have to do
Oh yeah.
because I took
So wait,
harm.
that would still put you at 7, right? So you'd still have to do everything.
No.
you just did.
Now I
Oh, now.
I
Okay.
roll harm now.
Okay.
Harm suffered. I won, but I get to -1. 10 minus 1 is
10.
9, which is good.
I choose 1.
Yeah, see, it's the same thing.
It's actually better if you had a 10. 'cause then
No.
you choose
No.
Oh, but
Choose
these are
one
really
if
bad.
They're bad. They're very
yeah,
bad.
One of them's like you
actually.
lose a part of your body.
Yeah. No, this is one of those ones where you want to roll low, and the only thing we're rolling high on is harm moves.
Yeah. I want to say somebody gets the drop on you. The other submarine is now fully locked on.
Okay.
And will probably shoot you in a sec. Who
Right.
is next?
I have gone.
I'll go, but I don't think the guy I'm fighting has had a chance.
He can go if you go. If
Well,
you
yeah,
fuck up.
James, they kind of like
Oh,
just
okay,
go.
this is like a-
Yeah.
Dave responds to the stuff that we do. It's not.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
So
not
I'm on
turn-based combat.
on the
technically.
sea floor with what's his
Hustled.
name?
You're tangled currently with a Borg.
Okay, great.
On the ocean floor. On the ocean floor.
So he's a Borg, meaning kind of like an Atom Smasher type. Just
Yep.
okay, cool.
Pretty much mech man. Like,
Okay,
there is a brain, I guess, in there somewhere, but like, clearly he's enough of a Borg that he can survive on the ocean floor. So,
gotcha. My immediate reaction is I want to kick him in the crotch with my mech.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll do anything, but just in case, I'd like to try.
Dude.
kick him right in the missile launcher.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, you're gonna mix it up. Go ahead. I would say give yourself a +1 to this. Yeah, so you got an 8 instead of a 7. Because he's still kind of getting over the thing that Jason did to him, and that should
Okay.
have some sort of advantage outside of what happened. So you got an 8 for mix it up, so you get to choose 2.
From what list?
The mix it up list, which is
okay.
make too much noise and you advance the relevant mission clock, you take harm as established by the fiction, an ally takes harm established by the fiction, or something of value breaks.
Something of value to him.
To you.
Mm.
To him. His jewels. His family jewels.
Oh. Okay, let's go with I'm afraid of something valuable breaking, but I also don't want to take harm. I'll make too much noise for sure.
Okay.
We're doing great. Sneaky, stealthy,
Sneaky.
subterfuge. Bang, 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 smash.
And I want to be mean and do an ally takes harm as established by the fiction. Is there a good way for that to work?
Yeah, I could make that work somehow. I want to say, let's see, how it would work in this way. I want to say Alf's pod gets knocked again, and
Why
it
would
sends
you
it a
do
little bit
that?
further up into
Sorry, I
the.
forgot about Alpha.
Yeah, you see it kind of fly a little bit further away from the door, so now it's a little harder to get to.
Okay.
It's over there now.
Jeez.
Alf inside just fucking. No!
No.
Oh yeah, wait, we don't know what happened to the shark, but it's probably not there anymore.
I don't like that you said probably. I would like for it to never be there ever again because it's in
Probably.
1,000 pieces.
Too many pieces to count. Alright. Kels, you haven't gone yet, right?
Yeah.
So did I still succeed on that? Sorry.
I believe Yes, you did. It's just
Okay.
so yeah, you kicked him. Yeah, and you hear like a mechanical crunch, like as you like just put all of your
Captain
force into
Mechanical
this.
Crunch.
Yeah,
Great.
and,
Perfect.
you see him. He just kind of like gets mad about it. Not like there's obvious pain there and everything, but he gets more mad about it than he gets like reacts and stuff. And he grabs you by your shoulders and kind of locks with you.
Is he the same size as me?
Yeah, he's huge. He's a big
Oh,
Borg, like
okay.
mech kind of guy that's made to work underwater and stuff. So he's like looking right into the visor of your cockpit, and just like you just see him with this like he's got like these kind of goggle eyes, but you can actually see his human eyes underneath there, and he's just like looking at you, like it's just like pissed. He's like, "You're mine." He taps into your comms and says that.
All right.
I will try to evade the sea cycle that's next to me and try to like get the drop on him and shoot him.
Makes sense. Go ahead and that seems to mix it up.
Yeah.
You do like a barrel roll, like a Star
Yeah.
Fox. Star Fox.
Oh, that's my thing. Doesn't. There we go. Mix it up, and this is.
Five.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yikes.
I rolled
Doing so
two
good.
ones and still got a 5.
So good.
You do a barrel roll, he sees it coming, and he does kind of like a side drift, and he keeps locked on with you. So I want to say now you roll harm because he shoots up the
Yeah.
side of your sub jockey again.
How much harm is he taking?
I want to say in this case it's 3. Yeah, I should probably be like telling you. How much
Where do I
harm.
take the 3, or do I roll first and then take the 3?
You take harm.
Oh, harm
first.
suffered 3. Okay.
Yeah. So the
So-
the number check, like the time things, like 12, 15, 18. That's your
Yeah.
harm track, and it actually like makes a cool little graphic show up.
Okay, so
Before
mine
it
is
did.
now at 18. Right?
There you go.
Because I took 3 harm.
Seems right.
Yeah.
I believe you. I want to say.
Well, unless my
no.
my cycle has any armor.
What's 18?
My health does my harm clicks down, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. So yeah, if you took yes. The equivalency of 3 harm. Yeah.
I want to say you
I
lose
have
track of
one armor.
someone.
I have 1 armor, so
Oh,
I
nice.
take 1 less.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so you
don't
took
take
2. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I want to say you lose track of something, which is the thing, again, you've now
Nice.
completely forgotten it's happened. You're completely unaware of whatever you set in motion. It's just going to happen, and you don't remember about it.
I think there are. My watch is beeping, but I don't remember. That's the indicator, but I don't remember why it's beeping or like what that
Yeah.
means in this moment.
Yeah, you're a little
It's just
jostled.
more noise.
Yeah,
more
why
noise.
is this
There's-
timer off? Why is this
Yeah.
timer going off?
It's disorienting because you're doing a barrel roll underwater, and it's
Yeah.
like, and this guy's shooting at you. You're totally not paying attention to this thing anymore.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, hot dog guy on the beach, what is it? What is it?
Well, right now it's an empty box. What he's looking at.
Oh,
Whatever
what is
happened
it?
already. No, he saw something, but it's whatever happened is.
He's looking at
Motion.
whatever happened, and he's
Yeah.
just like, no!
I'm sure.
And what
it's
does it
fine.
say on the side of the box? It's the belower box.
Belower box.
The
What's in the
blowers
belower
are
box?
bad.
What's in the belower box? All right, everybody's gone. Jason, you didn't go yet. Or did you? No, you shot a torpedo. You
Yeah.
went first. Okay, cool. So I think all the bad guys also went in all of that. So we're gonna move everything up again. The war is continuing on the front lines. You don't know how many casualties are happening. The radio is still going crazy and everything like
Sure.
that.
No casualties.
Yeah, absolutely none. It's going swimmingly. You hear Morgan Blackhand get on the radio, and he sounds pretty cavalier, even though you can hear all these explosions behind him. And he's like, Nautilus base team, did you get in there yet? How's it going? Everything going all right? We've lost contact with them.
I like scramble over and like push a button and said, "We're working on it."
Shoots a torpedo into the ocean. Whoops!
Shit.
Wrong
Wrong
button. So you're working on it.
Yep.
Can you work on it just a little faster? Just a little bit. Then another explosion goes off. With that, it's back to the top of the round. Micah, I want to say you're locked with this guy, and he's going to try to headbutt your mech. So what do you want to do to do something about that?
I want to headbutt his head first.
Damn.
With my butt.
Yeah, it's going to hurt you less than it's going to hurt him at this point. That sounds like mix it up.
How does one get forward?
Yeah, just have a move that.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
just a
Whoa.
specific move.
Shit.
Whoa! 14!
You don't need
Uh-oh.
it! Double
need it.
sixes! First
Yeah.
time for everything!
So
You just had to
see
not
him,
believe in yourself.
You see him reel his head back as if he's gonna headbutt you, but then you just like go straight for it, and it kind of juts his head back more. And I want to say, yeah, you like hit him pretty damn good with that, because again, his brain in his head is probably the only thing about him that's like superhuman at this point. A lot of him is just mechanical. So you
Are we
hit him in
below
kind of
the? Are we below the base?
You're not really aligned with the door anymore. You're kind of lower than it at this point.
But like, does the
yeah.
base go all the way down, or is it suspended, or is it on poles, or?
I want to say it's on like kind of an undersea cliff bed. So it's
Okay.
higher up a little bit. You're on the ocean floor, and then it's just like a little bit higher than that.
So I want to do something cool, and it's probably going to backfire. But now
How
that
dare
I've
you try to do something cool
I know.
in my game?
now that I've stunned him and he's got my arms, I'm gonna do that. Wah, flip it around and grab him by the wrists, sort of thing. And I'm going to propel both of us upward along the cliff. And I imagine like the base extends over the cliff a little bit.
Mhm.
I'd
Like
like
just
to
ram him into the
line it
base.
up so that I go past the wall and he stops hitting the bottom of the base.
I'm okay with this, considering that was kind of his move first, and you kind of got the drop on him doing that.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do another mix it up.
Okay, great. Is there anything I can do to add to this? 'Cause
Uh,
it's gonna be a really bad number now.
It might still be fine. You just might hurt yourself in the process.
Okay.
Yeah, that didn't sound good.
This is
Six.
6.
That's a 6. So I want to say you go to do that. However, you also hit the side of the base too. So you ram him into it, and it just kind of like you hear like a crunch when
Yeah.
his head hits it, and like his body just kind of goes like weird. Like it's just like, and there's like kind of blood that like it kind of infects the water and everything like that and shoots out. But you also clip the base. And it gets water starting to get into your mech suit as a result.
Okay.
And you're kind of flying around and everything. Go ahead and roll me a harm.
All right.
Gotta tell us how much harm we take first.
Yes. So you take, I want to say 5 harm for that because it was a pretty hardcore thing.
Well,
Yeah.
No,
But you
does
got a
my-
mech suit, so that's kind of absorb
Your
a
mech
good chunk
has
of it.
some kind of
Okay.
armor.
Harm suffered 5, and I want a low number.
Well, you minus your armor.
Oh, how much armor do I have, Dave?
For this thing, I want to say 4 because I know the armor scores are usually like 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is like a big ass thing.
Mhm.
It's a mech suit. It should probably have 4. So technically, you would take like 1 real damage from this.
Yeah, so
as
you'd
it,
only
like,
have
kind of
suffered
pierced.
1 harm, which means
Yeah.
that you would have rolled
Okay, so
A-
4 less.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
a 4.
So what's a 4 do?
No, nothing.
Oh, great.
Nothing. Yeah, you're good.
yeah.
So yeah, you
But
just
my-
kind of like
You take it
Your
on the chin,
suits-
proverbially.
yeah, your suit's starting to kind of fill with water, but from the looks of things, it looks like Junkers may be out of commission or dead.
Both is
You're-
good.
Both is good. You're here. I want to say now. Actually, you're
Then I'm just gonna start making my way into the opening.
Yeah, that'll be next turn. Right now, you're just kind of floating, regaining your
Yes.
systems and everything like that as that's going on.
Yeah.
Who would like to go next?
I'd like to, seeing this, I'd like to start navigating the sub into the opening. If that's, or did he just get him out of the way? But there's still a hole we need to.
Well, there's still a hole. The sub can't fit because there's a hole. The hole isn't big enough for the actual sub. You can depart the sub, but you can't get the sub in there just yet. You could blow a bigger hole in the side, or figure out a way to hack the door to get it open, or you still also have the new scuba suit. So, Jason, if you wanted to get out of the sub to do anything manual, you could do it that way too. But yeah, you also have another submarine aimed at you at the moment.
You know what? I want to try to fry the other sub, like it's navigation or.
Oh, okay, cool. Pretty much doing the same thing you did a minute ago with with junkers.
Yep.
That is manipulate systems.
Seven.
7. You gain a hold. I want to say that submarine stopped shooting. And you see it kind of drift a little bit. It's still operational and everything. But for the moment, it stopped shooting. Now, who would like to go? We still have Zed and Kells, and technically Casper. Technically Casper.
How quick would it be for me to put this suit on?
Pretty quick. You basically stand in a thing and it just kind of like over you.
Great. I want to do that. I'm going after my son. Who I shot in space.
All right.
Hey, you forgot what's
fine.
happening.
I haven't told anybody.
I don't know what's
about it.
happening. My son's spiraling off into space wet, and I need to save him.
All right.
Keep in mind you shot your son.
I did. I did shoot my son, but it was not supposed to be that direction.
All right. So you get.
I'm going after my boy. I've abandoned my boy, and I'm going after him.
I want to say you could spend your entire turn getting to him.
Okay.
You could probably open it too. I want to say, but that's all you'd be able to do on your turn.
Great. That's fine. I just want to give Alf an opportunity to get out of there. Great.
Alrighty. And I really want to know what's going on with that. But
I think it'll. I'll do my turn. I think it'll happen after, because then it'll be 3 full turns.
Yeah.
So for my turn, because I've forgotten about it entirely, I am going to.
You still got a sub jockey on your 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the same thing, kind of outmaneuver him, and
Okay.
do it again. Mix it up.
Mix it up. To the left.
Bring it back now, yo.
One hop.
My God.
It's the Casper
Oh,
side.
man. Not rolling high, but it's at least a 7.
You have achieved your objective.
You did the bare minimum. Let's go.
How do you? I want to say it takes him out because he's already been. It's kind of a small craft, and it's already been shot by a grenade launcher once.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much kind of on death's door as is. So now that you've shot it again, what happens?
I used my missile launcher on the sea cycle, and it just kind of like metal goes everywhere and it explodes. And I kind of like
implodes on itself too.
Yeah.
And like part of it, like a chunk gets blown off of it, and the rest just kind of like into itself, and there's just blood everywhere.
I think Telsley kind of gives out a deep sigh, and then notices his watch is like beeping faster and faster. He goes, "Oh wait!" And then we see something crash through the water, and I think it's with everything that's gone wrong. I think it probably hits Zed or Alf or both.
Jesus, what is it?
What is it?
As the bubbles clear, we see I'm using my second move of drone. We see a grizzly bear-sized version of like a metallic junkyard version of Alf.
Oh my god. You've replaced him. It's a good thing you've replaced him, because you may have just killed him.
If I take more harm, I want to make sure Alf doesn't take harm.
Yeah. So this
Baby
thing
doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. So considering what this thing is, there's a beach that you could have put it on that's decently close by that nobody would have thought twice about seeing it there. So no worries at all about that. It's still not on the same beach that the tank's on, but yeah. Okay, so if it's that, you definitely take harm. What's your total health in body armor, really quick?
So the total health that I have, so everybody can take 6 harm, and if we try to take a 7th one, you can't because you
die.
Are fully incapacitated.
I want to say you take, let's see. I want to say you take 4.
Okay.
Because the ocean kind of slowed it a little bit.
I'm gonna take it.
And it's not like a missile or anything, it's a drone getting into position. So it's like, yes, it still has momentum and like, you know, it's crazy sharp and all this other stuff, but like, it's not gonna explode or anything like that. It's just gonna hit you pretty damn hard. So yeah, I don't think it would like rip you in half or kill you or anything like that, but it would definitely hurt like really bad. So, and also you're in a new scuba suit, so you don't have terribly much. I want to say give yourself 1 extra armor for being in the new scuba suit, because it adds a little bit, but it's still pretty much like a wetsuit with a little bit of armor on it.
Gotcha. I will say these Roll20 sheets are really cool, and they do this really cool thing. The more hurt you get,
This is alert. That's awesome.
Very cool.
they just get more and more really bad. Okay. So, so taking that, so I took 3 harm. So
Meanwhile, kills.
-1.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! So it's that -1, which is 11.
That's still too high.
Which is
11. You
very
choose
bad.
one.
So I get to
Ooh.
choose one of these things. Oh boy. Oh, I like this though, because this sucks ass for me. I only have, so I'm gonna choose lose the use of a piece of cyberware until you get it repaired. I have 1 piece of cyberware, and it's my eyes.
Oh no.
You're gonna take your eyes out?
Yeah.
The mission hasn't even started yet.
Yeah. It's either that or I'm losing a body part, because both of those are rad.
I mean, you can if you want to Kel's drone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're out of the action, unconscious, and somebody can pick you up.
Well, that
If
would
you
be
wanna
that
rip
would, that
your
would
own
be me
eyes
for the
out, you
whole
can-
entire. No.
Oh yeah, that's the whole mission.
That's
then?
the whole thing,
That would
yeah.
it would be the
Oh.
whole thing. Yeah. No. So that would be really funny, but no, I'm actually not gonna do that.
Well, okay, if it's lose
This
a piece of
makes
cyberware,
sense.
you'd still have your eyes and can see and stuff. You just couldn't be able to use your agent and all that other stuff that you could do with it.
No. I have cyber eyes. They have a lot of
Yeah.
other things.
But it's not lose a body part, which includes eyes.
No, but it's lose the use of a
Yeah.
piece of cyber.
So I think it's,
Yeah.
if you have a cyber eye and you lose the use of it, you can't
Yeah,
get
Yeah,
it.
true. Do you still
yeah.
have 1 free eye that works then? Like you can still
I don't know.
see,
I
right?
put down cyber eyes.
I have a cyber eye.
I have cyber eyes.
You have 2. I have 1.
Both of mine.
I hedged my bets.
No. Okay, so I'm actually going to I think
I'm okay with 1 of your eyes going, but that also removes like
Yeah.
all ability to use all of your cool like tech
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that you
yeah,
had
yeah,
with
yeah.
that eye. So you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
still
yeah.
like see through 1 eye. One of them's just
I
gone
think
though.
I think instead, I don't want to die.
I think I'll just die.
I think I'll just
Kills
actually, I
fucking
think
just
I'm
kills
gonna die. Yeah. No, I think this needs to be. I think this needs to be something. No, you know what? This is whatever. I'm gonna just take the full harm of the attack, so that 1 that you let me brush off, I'm not going to. So yeah, I'll take the full harm.
That doesn't
Which-
kill you or anything, right?
Oh, I'm very no. I wouldn't take it if it kills me. No.
That'd be weird, right?
That'd be weird.
How much health do you have left now?
I can take 1 more.
Nice.
What? We could maybe
I
patch
could
that
take
up.
one more, then I died.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, I just had an entire like multi-ton
Yeah.
version of my son thrust upon me while trying to get my son out of the way.
I like to imagine that Alf
I
is
think it's
pushing
gonna
you
get a
towards
little
the
hurt.
open door now, as you're like just kind of like
Yeah.
floating and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
I
Alf
definitely
managed
have
to regain
broken
consciousness.
bones. And
Oof.
like I'm 100% like there's broken parts of me, and it's not just in my head.
Yeah, I want to say you get to the door opening in the doorway with Alf. Alf just kind of nudges you in there.
Yeah. God, good boy.
Owie. All
Good
right.
boy. Go get help.
Who's left? That was Jason. You haven't gone. Nope, you backfired this up. That's right.
I think
That's
it's the first round.
yeah, it's the end of the round. So right now the sub is still trying to regain its controls and everything like that. Junkers isn't moving. It's just kind of floating in the water there, like kind of limp and everything like that. The sub jockey is imploded, so he's gone for sure. The hammerhead hasn't reappeared, so who knows? So yeah, right now there's kind of an opening.
Awesome. I will, in my mech still, kind of help get Zed into the building. And then are we in, like...
So
I mean, it's not dry because there's a hole, but...
Yeah. So imagine kind of like a swimming pool in a gymnasium. You're kind of
Yeah,
in like
so
a
this is
giant
like
one
a-
of those that can fit submarines. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see that there's alarms blaring up above surface and everything like that. There doesn't seem to be anyone in here at the moment. So it's kind of like a big pool that has nobody in it at the moment, or at least you can't see from your angle.
Okay, then I'm gonna get myself and Zed up out of the water.
Give him the bends. kill Zed with the bends.
Yeah.
That's the one health that needed. Okay, Kels and Jason, what's going on?
Kel's, there's no one. Oh, there's the subs left, right?
Yeah, just the one giant sub. It's currently.
Yeah, I'll shoot it. I'll try to kill it before we go in.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me that sweet meat.
Sweet. Mix it up.
I want to say Casper helps you. So Casper's on a torpedo gun and like kind of helps you with that because now that Zed isn't in there anymore, that happens. So it's an 8. Go ahead and choose 2.
Or mix it up. Let me pull up that bad boy. Okay. I'm going to choose. Ooh. Too much noise for sure. And I'm gonna say I will take harm as established by fictionist.
Okay. Take harm as establishment. I want to say the submarine, right before it explodes, managed to get one torpedo off that hit you. And it does 3 harm to you, I suppose.
Okay.
You want to roll harm?
So a harm suffered.
You said you have 2 armor or whatever, right? So
2 armor, yeah.
Yeah,
so it
you
only
subtract your
does
armor
1
and
harm.
Harm
I'm
suffered
getting it.
1.
I'm getting it. It's only been 2
I'm
years
getting
since I've had to do this.
I rolled 6.
Hey.
6. Good.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so it like it's like the torpedo doesn't pierce, it bounces, and then you're jostled, but it doesn't damage you in any way.
Nice.
And yeah, the submarine is gone. Gone, man.
Dog.
Which leaves the opening. There doesn't appear to be anything else coming. They were maybe hoping Kraken team was going to handle it, and they didn't. So that happened. Okay.
As an aside, where I am on my harm track, I need the attention of a trained medical professional.
Excellent.
We're doing great.
There you go. Oh, there should be a picture in here. I don't see no picture though.
Are you on the right layer?
Maybe. I feel like I am. Did I go to it? Oh, there it is.
Aha! It's big!
Big now. And yeah, you're all in here. Yeah, I want to say you managed to get the docking door open more so that the big submarine can get in there, and you docked. Currently, just alarms going off. Nobody seems to be in here. All the subs that were probably supposed to be in here are fighting on the front line. So, you don't get any radio response from Morgan Blackhand or Johnny Neptune. But I could probably draw where all the freaking bombs went off. Two up here, I think, for the 2 bombs. You got a Sea Otter and a lot of hope. With that, we could potentially end here for tonight, if we want to. Yeah, that sounds good.
Sure.
Tis late over
I am
here.
sleepy.
Yeah, ICP. Okay, with that, we could probably just wrap. I mean, we could say like favorite parts or whatever and stuff, but yeah. Who would like to go
My
first?
favorite part was when my character sheet turned orange.
It's cooler than it sounds.
It's yeah. If anybody can't see it, it's almost all teal and white, and then when you're in danger, it changes. The parts of it change color. It's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, actually.
No. Yeah, my favorite part was getting smashed by a giant mech version of my son.
I did
While
like
was trying to save my son.
The return of the blower box was pretty great.
Yeah.
Essentially, the blower box.
Believe it. If you don't know what we're talking about, check out Quiet
Whatever
Year.
one that was from. Yeah, Quiet Year.
Quiet Year, yep.
Quiet Year from 1,000
definitely
years
something.
ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something.
How is it years ago? Would like to go next.
My favorite moment was also hitting things said with the thing.
Breaking my bones.
Beyond that, I just liked having the underwater fight with vehicles. That was cool. That's my character's thing. So
Gotta get that ocean warfare out.
Gotta have that
there.
ocean warfare.
Ocean warfare.
Ocean warfare.
Oh yeah, I gotta mark off who's dead now.
Not me.
almost said.
That's almost me.
One day,
Hey, gadget.
who would like to go
Jason,
next?
did you figure out what O and C were yet?
I have my theory,
Hell yeah.
but my favorite part was giving Rick an awesome side story that he's
Hunting.
corpses.
Oh yeah, his own war. The 5th corporate war.
The silent war.
It's the corporate wars we don't talk about.
Mhm.
I think my favorite part was just everyone ignoring Johnny Neptune as he tries to be so helpful and
This
leaderly.
guy.
My favorite part was the fact that Casper's here and kind of did something for once.
He shot
Yeah.
one gun.
You did push a button.
I pushed a button. With that, we are the Mythos Mystery Society, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, have I mentioned it's real now?
Tune in next
Oh.
time to see if it's really real.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
It's all up to the government now.